Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my night shift essentials and some of my night shift tips. Look, night shift is no joke. It is definitely a lifestyle adjustment. If you are working night shift, you already know. If you're preparing for night shift, hopefully some of these tips will help you as much as it's helped me. But while we're at it, pull up a chair, stay a while, subscribe, okay? Join the Graceful Fam. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And while we're at it, let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, I want to share with you guys some of the essentials, some of the things that I've purchased when I knew I was going to be a night shift nurse. Now, you may be a night shift nurse, or you may just be someone who's working night shift in general. These tips are helpful for anyone that has to work overnight despite the specialty. But I am a registered nurse and I currently am a night shift RN. So some of these things really have helped me. So I want to show you guys some of the things that I purchased. The very first thing that I purchased when I knew I was going to be a night shift nurse was earplugs. As you see, it's opened. I literally consistently use these on a daily basis or whenever I work overnight. So I got this from Amazon. I'm going to try to link them down below. It's no specific brand. Literally, you can get any earplugs. These are nothing special about them. But this comes in a pack of 100. And what I really like about these in particular, honestly, I think all earplugs do this, or maybe not. But these are the squishy ones. So I would assume most of you guys know how to put in earplugs, but for me, I definitely like to roll it really skinny and then plug it into my ear and then let it swell up so it really maximizes like canceling out a lot of noise. They're not noise canceling, so it's like not like you won't hear anything, but it definitely muffles a lot of the noise, so they're really, really helpful. With that being said, I think it's important to get earplugs because you're going to sleep during the day. Unless you live by yourself, then that's helpful. But even if you do, like, there's people out mowing the lawn, there's kids running around, they're outside going to school, playing, whatever. Things happen. Noise is inevitable sometimes. So if you are a light sleeper, I think earplugs are definitely a benefit and helpful. So the next thing that I purchased was eye masks. Honestly, as you see, they're still in the case. I've never used it. Personally, I'm not the type of person that likes to wake up and then see complete and feel like I have to do another step to take off my mask. I hope that makes sense, because for me, like, what if I have to wake up and just like immediately see what I need to see? Like, I don't like to wake up and feel like I have to take something off and that just delays. Like, what if something happens? You never know. I don't know. I'm like that paranoid person. So hence why they're still in the package, but these may be helpful for you, which is why I am sharing them. I'm just a dramatic, so clearly this may be beneficial to a lot of you guys. But yeah, like, this can help block out some of the sun. Obviously, if your room is already dark and if you have your curtains and things like that, then you may not need these, but it's like an addition to create the environment, and whatever helps you, I say get it. These were super cheap. I also got these off of Amazon. So speaking of curtains, definitely an essential. This should be the first thing in your basket if you are purchasing things, and that is blackout curtains. I got these off of Amazon. I will link them below if you guys want the specific one. And the thing is, these are like super thick. They literally black out any light. Like, my room is pitch black when I put these up. And I love them. I don't know exactly how much they cost, but I think they were probably anywhere around like 30-40 bucks or something like that, but they're definitely worth it. Now, if you don't have blackout curtains, I've seen people just put up like thick sheets or double up their sheets and kind of have it drape over their window, or some people put up cardboard. Whatever it is, like, all you need is to black out the light. I am someone who grew up being nervous, or I'm someone who, in other words, I use night lights. I don't like complete darkness at night. I need a little like lamp of light or something like that because I get a little nervous. But working overnight has completely changed my perspective, and I need complete darkness. I've been working overnight since July, so it's gonna be going towards a year now, so about 7 months or so. And yeah, so I feel like I am qualified enough to tell you a little bit of what's helped me, and I do feel like blackout curtains are very, very, very essential and will help you a lot to get a better night's rest. So next on my list is kind of falls under the medication aspect. I'm not one that likes to take medication to help me fall asleep, but not all things have to be super intense. You don't have to find a doctor that needs to prescribe you something dramatic. Some people just take like melatonin. I don't have melatonin here because I personally don't take it, but I know when I have friends that when they do work overnight, they take melatonin before they have to wake up for their shift so they can have like a deeper rest, and then when they come off of night shift they take melatonin again so that they're able to rest. So melatonin is definitely something that you can get to help you go to sleep. For me, I am a tea drinker. I am an avid tea drinker, so chamomile tea is something that I use to help calm me before I go to sleep. I don't drink it all the time, but if I know maybe like I just am having a little difficulty, then I may drink a cup of tea, unwind, and then that'll help me. So if you're someone that you feel like may need medication, you know, you can talk to your doctor about it and see what they may prescribe you. Some people take Benadryl, some people take melatonin. Honestly, I would just make sure to do your research because you don't know the long-term effects of taking like certain medications to help you sleep. And if this is going to be your life now, you don't want to have to consistently keep taking medication just to help you sleep. I would rather you try all of the other alternatives to create a more peaceful environment than to just rely on medication. But do what works for you, do your research, and hopefully you'll find something that is more conducive to your lifestyle. And last but not least, some of the things that you can do to set your environment up is maybe like light a candle, set some type of aromas in the room if that's what helps you to kind of get into your Zen mode. Some people like to make sure that the temperature of their room is either really cool or warm, whatever really helps you stay asleep because you don't want to wake up in the middle of sleeping because you're too hot or because now you're freezing, because that cuts into your sleep time and then now you have to find time to fall back asleep. When I go to sleep, I don't like to wake up. Another thing that I make sure to do prior to going to sleep is to make sure that I go to sleep not on an empty stomach, because I'm such a foodie that if I go to sleep hungry, I will wake up a few hours in and I feel like my stomach's like, what are we doing? Are we going to eat or what? Like, you know, and that really disturbs my sleep. So I make sure to try to eat breakfast before going to sleep or eat lunch before taking a nap before work. So that way I could really, truly just rest in its entirety. Another thing is some people like to use sound waves or listen to the ocean, listen to nature, whatever that you want to use. You can use your phone. Some people have like a machine or Alexa play sound waves, like whatever helps you. The point of this is to give you different options that you may want to try and you figure out what works for you. All of these could work for you or none of these could work for you, or maybe one, but the hope is that at least one of these works for you and that you can leave this video with something beneficial. I don't use all of these, but a lot of these are very beneficial to me. I don't need sound waves or anything to fall asleep because once I come off of night shift, your girl is tired. I just knock out. But if you're someone that has difficulty sleeping, I know this is something that some of my friends tells me that helps them as well. Okay, so now that I've went over some of the essentials that I use, I like to go over like a little bit of my schedule and kind of how I go about preparing for my night shift. So let's say I am going to work an overnight shift tomorrow night. Then tonight I would do some things to kind of prepare myself. And really all I really do is I try to stay up later. So let's say I'm going to work tomorrow night. Tonight I would try to stay up at least until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. if I can. Now, this may not be possible for some people, but for me, the longer that I stay awake is the longer that I stay asleep throughout the day. So if I go to sleep by 3 a.m., then I would probably wake up maybe around noon the next day-ish, 11 a.m. I mean, I still end up waking up early, but the point is I stay asleep for a little longer, so that by the time I wake up, I'll probably eat something, do a few errands, and then I'll go back to sleep for a few hours, like 1 or 2, take a nap, and get ready for work at 7 p.m. I try that. Hopefully that will work for you guys. If this is your first night shift that you're going into, try to stay awake a little longer the night prior so that you can stay asleep a little longer and slowly transition yourself into that night shift role. I'll be honest with you guys, like being a night shift nurse or just working overnight, it has its challenges. One for me is just really like the lifestyle balance of it. I just feel like when I'm awake, everyone is asleep, and when I'm sleeping, everyone's awake. I constantly feel like I'm missing out on certain things. Like if I get off of work and like someone's having a brunch, if I go right to that brunch, your girl's gonna be dead tired. Like I just always feel like, I'm just tired. I'm sleep. I feel like, for lack of a better word, that my life, I am constantly napping. Like I never really feel like in a state of deep sleep. Regardless of a lot of the things, I just feel like night shift is not always conducive for everyone. I knew that going into this job, but again, I knew it was just a part of the experience that I wanted to have as far as just this position. And it was what it was. Night shift, I don't feel like people should stay on night shift for years and years and years, but some people love it. But if it's not working with your life, I personally like night shift. That's a separate story. I like night shift for the people, for the work environment, and just the overall zen of your job. But when it comes to your lifestyle and my personal life, it may not mesh with just the quality of life that I'd like to live. But that's another story. But yeah. So yeah, if I have like appointments that I need to go to, I try to make them in the morning so that if I get off of work by 7:30 or I'm home by 8:30 or however, if I have an appointment at 9, then it's not too bad and I can just go to sleep when I'm done, compared to making an appointment at 3 and like kind of cutting my sleep in half, going to that appointment and then trying to come back and get myself together for work at 7. Like it just always seems like a little out of whack when you make your appointments like that. So if you can help it, try to clump your appointments in the morning after you get off of work. So while I'm at work, how I eat is kind of it varies. I think in the beginning, I never ate past midnight or 1 a.m. Now that my body's a little bit more accustomed to working overnight, I definitely get hungry again around 4 a.m. So I may eat a little snack, not like a full-blown meal. My last full meal is before midnight. But if I get hungry throughout the shift, I just kind of snack because I don't really see myself on night shift for years and years and years. So I don't want my body to kind of get accustomed to me eating a full-blown meal at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So I kind of snack, maybe fruit, what have you. And then when I get off of work, that's when I have a full breakfast. So yeah, guys, this video is not to be super long, but I wanted to just share with you guys a few of my tips, a few of my essentials, and hopefully this will help you. Honestly, I'm here to tell you guys straight up, night shift is not going to be for me long term. It is definitely something that is challenging. I'm still working on it. I'm still adjusting, but I will take you guys along in that. I definitely have promised you guys an overnight vlog at some point, so I know you guys will be getting that very, very, very soon. Like I said, pull up a chair, stay a while, join the Graceful Fam, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. Are you getting ready for night shift? Are you thinking about night shift? Is the job that you want only offering night shift? Because that happens. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Also, like I always say, if you're gonna do anything at all, make sure you do it gracefully. Bye.